What hides in the mysteries of your blood? Have you ever stopped to wonder if those two simple letters on your medical records, your blood type, could contain profound insights into who you really are? Carl Jung, the pioneer of analytical psychology, taught us that the most powerful symbols are often hidden in plain sight, woven into the simplest details of our lives. What if your blood type wasn't just a medical label, but a symbolic map? A mirror reflecting the depths of your collective unconscious, your primal instincts, your behavioral patterns, and even your destiny. Imagine for a moment that your veins carry not just life-giving fluid, but the keys to understanding your deepest self. Welcome to a journey where biology meets psychology, where science and symbolism converge. Your blood, that quiet river flowing through your body, might be whispering ancient secrets about your soul. Are you ready to listen? The blood code. How Jung linked blood to the soul. Have you ever paused to wonder why you feel an unspoken bond with some people while others seem to repel you, no matter how much you try to connect, or why certain challenges keep reappearing in your life, as if your blood itself were calling you to face them? What if the answer wasn't simply in your thoughts or upbringing, but in the ancient story written in your veins? Carl Jung, the pioneering mind behind analytical psychology, believed that our bodies and our psyches are intimately intertwined. He argued that our outer realities, even our physical characteristics, often reflect deeper symbolic truths. For Jung, the body wasn't just a biological shell, but a canvas that the soul used to express itself. Your blood, the life force that flows through every cell, is no exception. Jung saw blood as one of the most potent symbols in human history, a link to ancestry, a marker of vitality, and a metaphor for the deepest passions of the soul across cultures and myths. Blood was revered as sacred, the essence that binds generations, the elixir that carries not just oxygen, but also the whispers of your destiny. While Jung never wrote explicitly about blood types, his fascination with symbols and archetypes makes this a natural extension of his work in Japan. The idea of Ketsueki Gata, that blood types reveal personality, has become a cultural phenomenon, weaving science and myth in a way that resonates with Jung's worldview. So the next time you look at your blood type on a medical form, consider it an invitation. Type A, the meticulous architects of society. What does it truly mean to have type A blood flowing through your veins beyond the clinical charts and donation tables? There lies a deeper story, one of precision, responsibility, and a quiet power that shapes not just your personality, but also the way you interact with the world. In the eyes of Jung, this story belongs to the archetype of the sage, the seeker of order, of truth, of wisdom, patiently built through observation. Type A, individuals often possess a natural tendency towards structure. It's not just about tidying your room or organizing your files, though you likely do that with impressive thoroughness. It's about something much deeper, a need to bring order to the chaos of existence. Jung believed that this drive for order is no accident. It's an ancient instinct to create safety and meaning in a world that can feel unpredictable. Perhaps you've noticed it in the smallest details. You might feel compelled to straighten a crooked painting, to sort your thoughts before speaking, or to quietly refine a plan until it works perfectly. Where others see complexity and confusion, you see possibilities, paths waiting to be charted. This isn't just being. It's a reflection of your profound relationship with the archetype of the perfectionist, an energy that insists on doing things well, not because you're told to, but because it's how your soul finds peace in the workplace. This precision becomes a gift that others quickly recognize. You're the one who catches the error in the report, who sees the flaw in the plan, who remembers the detail everyone else forgot. Jung would say that your dominant function, the part of your psyche that comes most naturally, lives in this careful, methodical attention. It's a quiet superpower that earns you trust and respect, even if you don't always ask for it. But this same drive has a shadow side. Jung always taught that every strength has its opposite. For type A, personalities that shadow can manifest as anxiety. The fear of things slipping out of order, of not meeting the standard you set for yourself, can weigh heavily on your heart. Jung called this the introversion of the judging function, the tendency to turn your critical eye inward, often becoming your own harshest judge. If you've ever felt exhausted by the need to do things just right, know that you're not alone. This is the double-edged sword of the perfectionist archetype. The same carefulness that creates beauty can also create tension. And yet Jung believed that acknowledging this shadow is the first step to integrating it. It's not about abandoning your standards. It's about learning to offer yourself the same patience and compassion you extend to others. Type A individuals also tend to be deeply loyal in relationships. You're not one for superficial connections. Once you let someone in, you're there for them through every storm and triumph. This loyalty is an expression of your ordered nature. Relationships, like everything else, deserve care, stability, and commitment. It's why you're often seen as the rock, the steady hand, the one people trust to keep things steady when life gets turbulent. However, this loyalty comes with a cost. If not balanced, you might find yourself giving so much to keep the peace that you forget to speak your own truth. Jung saw this as the shadow of the sage wisdom that is so focused on maintaining order that it can lose touch with the wild, unpredictable currents of real life. Your journey, then, is not just about creating harmony. It's about making sure your own voice is part of that harmony in your inner world. You likely crave depth. Small talk may feel draining. You want conversations that explore ideas, that unearth truths. Jung would recognize this as the natural expression of your introverted tendencies. A focus on the essence of things, not just their surface. You're not interested in endless chatter. You're interested in what lies beneath the words, and while you're often seen as calm, on the outside, inside, you're constantly refining, adjusting, perfecting. There's an endless curiosity. How can this be better? How can I understand this more fully? This isn't restlessness. It's the quiet fire of the sage, always seeking, always learning type. A. Individuals often find themselves in careers that reward this precision: research, editing, management, even medicine or law. But no matter the field, it's the same archetypal energy at work. But remember, no matter your blood type, these archetypes aren't boxes. They're mirrors. They do not limit you, they reveal you. And in that revelation, you can find the freedom to become exactly who you were meant to be. Type B, the intuitive explorers of the unknown. What secret treasures lie within those who carry Type B blood? If you're among this relatively rare group, you may be embodying what Carl Jung would have called the explorer or the rebel, the archetype of curiosity and endless possibility. Unlike the measured precision of Type A, Type B, individuals seem to carry within them a natural fluidity, a knack for moving between worlds, ideas, and experiences. For Jung, this wasn't random. It was a profound, archetypal expression of freedom. Type B. People often feel most alive when they're discovering something new, where others crave the security of the familiar. You're drawn to the uncharted. Do you find yourself quickly bored by routine? Do you feel most energized in the midst of change? This isn't just wanderlust. It's the voice of your soul urging you to keep moving forward. The Japanese Ketsueki Gata theory describes Type B individuals as creative, passionate, and independent. These traits align perfectly with what Jung might have recognized as the explorer's restless spirit, an instinct to test boundaries and see what lies beyond. In your relationships, your honesty and authenticity shine through you. Don't have patience for games or masks. You want the real story, and you're willing to show yours too. Jung would see in you a living example of the transcendent function, that part of the psyche that finds connections between opposites. You have a knack for weaving together ideas that seem unrelated, creating new insights that others might miss in a world that often feels stuck in black and white. You live in the vivid colors in between. Professionally, this means you thrive where creativity and adaptability are valued. You're the one who sees the bigger picture, who's not afraid to pivot when a better path reveals itself. Jung would call this a sign of a willingness to grow and evolve, rather than cling to one rigid identity. And yet, as always, there's a shadow to every strength. The freedom you love can sometimes slip into restlessness. The excitement of the new can make it hard to finish what you started. Jung believed that recognizing this shadow is key, not to stop moving, but to learn when to pause, when to commit fully in your relationships, This pattern might show up as a hesitation to be pinned down. You crave deep connection, but only if it allows you room to breathe. And that's not a flaw. It's a reflection of your truth that love, like life itself, must be a journey of discovery, not a cage. What hidden depths lie within those who carry type AB blood? If you belong to this rare blood group, approximately 4% of the global population, you may resonate with the diplomat or mediator archetype as Carl Jung would recognize. Type AB is not just biologically intriguing, but symbolically powerful. It's the only blood type that contains both A and B antigens, a duality that mirrors Jung's concept of the coniunctio oppositorum, the merging of opposites, essential for psychological wholeness. Jung believed that all of us contain multiple facets, but for type AB individuals, this multiplicity seems almost written into your blood. Do you feel you embody different roles in different situations? Do you find it natural to understand multiple perspectives without needing to choose sides? This isn't inconsistency, it's the archetypal expression of integration. Type AB individuals can hold opposing ideas in their minds simultaneously, which Jung would describe as a well-developed perceiving function. Your ability to see the validity in contradictory perspectives allows you to navigate complexity with ease. Type AB people are flexible, able to adapt to various social contexts. While some people present a consistent face, type AB individuals subtly adjust depending on who they're with, not out of inauthenticity, but from an awareness of what each situation needs. This psychological flexibility reflects a fluidity unique to type AB, making them natural synthesizers of diverse ideas, often creating new insights from disparate parts. Flexibility. Jung would be fascinated by your relationship with identity. Many type AB individuals feel difficult to categorize, never fitting neatly into the boxes others occupy comfortably. While this can feel challenging, Jung would see it as a profound gift, the ability to navigate different worlds and bring them into conversation. In relationships, type AB individuals are remarkable listeners and empaths, able to understand multiple sides of a situation. You can resolve conflicts, heal rifts, and make sense of emotional landscapes that others find too tangled. However, every archetype carries its shadow. For type AB individuals, the shadow appears as indecision or a feeling of being lost in too many perspectives. This chameleon-like adaptability can make it hard to find your own authentic core. Jung believed that working with these shadow aspects is crucial for integration. The tendency to reflect and adapt can lead to overthinking or an inability to settle on a single path. In the professional realm, type AB individuals excel in roles requiring diplomacy, cultural navigation, and understanding nuance. Your natural ability to bridge divides makes you an invaluable asset, especially in careers like mediation, education, or creative collaboration. Jung would also notice your approach to decision-making, which reflects what he called the intuitive feeling axis. You consider not just facts, but the emotional and relational currents beneath them. While this may seem slow to more straightforward thinkers, it ensures that your decisions resonate deeply with who you truly are. As you grow older, the complexity you once viewed as a burden begins to feel more like a strength. Jung would interpret this as the natural progression of individuation, embracing the full, multifaceted nature of your psyche. Type AB's ability to hold paradox without rushing to resolve it is a rare and needed trait in a world that often insists on black and white answers. Jung would remind you that your blood type doesn't define your destiny, but instead offers a set of archetypal patterns for you to explore. The real journey lies in working consciously with these patterns, honoring them, and recognizing when they no longer serve you. Your type AB blood whispers of complexity and duality, but it's your choices and willingness to embrace contradictions that truly shape your destiny.